Yo, here we are. We're back, live and in action at the MX Factory. Let me angle this up so it looks like we're at the MX Factory. You can see their metal logo up there. Um, so this is a surprise Q&A. Thanks, man. I just got it. What do you think, Alex? It's the best I can do. Surprise Q&A. Surprise Q&A tonight. Didn't announce that we were going to do it. We call this a pop-up Q&A. We're going to give a couple minutes for everyone to hop on here. Greetings from Chicago. Where are you guys from, everyone that's on? Make sure you hit that like button when you come on. That way we can get more people on here and we can all talk to each other and stuff. Maryland, Wisconsin, Canada, San Antonio, Easton, Maryland. Nice hair, thanks. I would like to agree myself. Tyler, Texas, Puerto Rico. Who else we got? Texas, Rhode Island, West Virginia, California. See some familiar names coming on here. Thanks for that. Thanks for watching. Greeley, Ontario, Paradise, California. South Kakalaki, I think. Kakalaki, yeah. Ocean, Sanford, Ontario. Can you buy me a quad? And the answer is never. Hey, Tyler, Florida. Cool, Danny. North Carolina, Australia, Wisconsin. A couple people from Wisconsin on here. A couple people from Carolina. Yeah, so we're going to pop off some questions. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on around here. Hey, you guys remember, hit the like button. There's 35 of you on here-ish right now, so it's growing. Make sure you hit that like button so we can get our algorithm out there and get some people on here. YouTube makes us do it. Just follow the guidelines of YouTube, please. Thanks, Todd. Everyone let me know who hit the like button so I can thank them. If you hit it, just put a little thumbs up and I'll thank you. That's kind of how we roll. We scratch each other's back around here. Thanks, Kai. Thanks, Mackington. Thanks, David. Thanks, Bass Pro. Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Tommy. Gangster. Thanks, Nathan, Bass Pro, Kiko, Matthew. Woo! They're going too fast. Trent, appreciate y'all. Everyone that's liking, I'm thanking. If you're on here and you haven't hit the like, you get a shout out for hitting the like button. That's how we roll. We scratch each other's back. Lost Wolf, Emery Ray. Sorry, my eyes, it's hard to focus on this little screen that far away. Harrison, you're the man, if you're a man. Nicolay, High Revs MX. David Wright, how many likes? High Revs MX again. Kirby, Gibson, Austin Moon's in the house. Chayil Pyrayo. Sorry, I really butchered that. David Short. We're almost to the same amount of likes as people on, which is awesome. Thanks for that, guys. Jay Frazier. All right, we got 30 more seconds of shout-outs. Killian Shoot. Got a question mark. If you hit the like button, I'm shouting you out, and all you got to do is do a thumbs up. Skater Boy, Big John. Kai, or Cal. Jim's in the house. Jonathan, Skater Boy, Vans, Jonathan's 3 thumbs up. Big Reed Grizzly, Nicholas Graham. All right, it's working, people. The thumbs up are working. The Lazzarino experience. Nicholas Graham again. Cool, Wyatt Stanley. All right, we did a lot of shouting out there. Todd R. Okay, so we're 4.5 minutes into this shindig. Let's talk about a couple things. So our plans with the channel are forever evolving, and I would say for the better. Jason, who I know you guys know, Zach's, Jonathan, there's some thumbs up for you guys. So Jason, the guy that shoots our videos and edits them, he's a fantastic guy. He just moved to Colorado. to go live with his wife, who moved up there for a job. Long story short, we are on a different schedule now. So he's up there right now. We shot a few videos before he left for him to edit, and there'll be one out tomorrow. I'm not sure which one he's choosing to put out yet. I won't spoil it. But you guys can expect one tomorrow at 1 o'clock Mountain Time, I'm assuming, because he's in Mountain Time. He told me he's going to put it out at 1 tomorrow. So put that on your... if you're subscribed to us and you haven't hit that bell notification, you should go hit that, because that's how you get the notifications that we've got new stuff out and that we're live, so you can catch these. My goal behind all this is to give away a ton of free information and educate you guys to be better riders, and really more safe riders. And that's pretty important to me. That's why we're here. That's why the MX Factory exists, and that's why it's going to continue to grow, and we won't give up until it's has a big imprint in this industry. So I'm happy and thankful for you guys' support so far. You guys have been super rad to us, and I appreciate that. So just to let you know, our future plans are this. We're not stopping, right? Jason's moving, so we've got to work a different structure. He's going to come down for a couple weeks. We're going to shoot. He's going to go home, edit for a couple weeks. But his main job now, he quit his other job. His main job is YouTube. So you should expect more than what we've already done. Which is awesome, right? And I'm excited to announce that like there is more that we're gonna do, and we have more time to do it. We're working against one big major flaw right now. I go in for knee surgery next Thursday, and that should be cleaned up, and I should be back on the bike in 4 weeks after that. So we're gonna do some off the bike stuff. We shot like what gear you should use when you're riding, all the safety gear. We shot a couple different things. How to load your bike, like just little things that you would never think of. We shot the other day, and that some people need help with. So yeah, sorry for the hairdo tonight. You guys are commenting on that, but hey, it's a little wild. Today was a wild day. It was a tough day for me. Sometimes in life we go through those tough days, and we've got to just figure it out. Today was one of those for me. So I wanted to end the day on a positive note with you guys, because it was a trying, very trying day. A lot of crazy stuff went on. So I thought it would be a fantastic idea to end the day with you guys, so here I am. I put my little baby to sleep about an hour ago, and that's probably the favorite part of my day. And then now the second favorite part is spending time with you guys on here and educating. So yeah, that's that. If you guys are on here and haven't hit the like button, do that for me. That really helps us. I'd like to see 150 likes out of this live video. We're at 46 right now. What else can we talk about that I want to announce? I'm thirsty. I'm gonna get a little water. Yeah, Cody's still training with us. He's out at ADV right now teaching, actually. We teach at 2 different locations on Wednesdays. I teach here, he teaches out there, and then we kind of flip-flop back and forth. But have I ever tried to become a pro? Yes, I have. I was a pro for a little while, and I can still ride at the pro level. I just don't train anymore, so I don't try to compete at that level, because I know exactly what that takes, and I don't have the time to do that. If I'm going to be doing this stuff for you guys and teaching people here, there's no possible way that I'd have time to train to be a professional athlete. So before we get into too many questions, I'm going to kind of run you guys back through why we started this channel real quick, and I'm going to keep it brief. And I want to let you guys know, and I know there may be people on here, if you're commenting on here and you have your own YouTube account, a lot of times you're trying to start your own channel or build your own channel. And I have my kids all the time ask me, like, how do you build a channel, right? Like, how do you build, how do you make something worthwhile? And the answer is always, always, always adding value, right? So, and that's what we try our best to do with you guys, is for me to take my time out to like get on here and talk with you and just add value to whatever you're doing, whether that's just giving you a shout out if that's what you want, or that's answering a few of the questions that come through and helping you guys along in some of your problems you may be having with riding and or whatever the case may be. By the way, we did set up some t-shirt designs on Teespring, so we officially have some merch. We are gonna, let orders kind of pull through our Teespring account. You just go to Teespring and You may even be able to look on a link of some of our videos. It may be live on some of our videos. You can search it that way, or you can go to teespring.com and then just search the MX Factory, and it should pull up our stuff if you guys want some merch. We got our When in Doubt, Throttle Out t-shirt on there. We got Better Riders, Better Racers, Better People t-shirt on there. So anyways, something that you guys have been asking for a long time. We don't like necessarily how long it takes to fulfill the orders. They say it's like 1 to 3 weeks before you get your shirts. I ordered a shirt and it came in a week. Maybe that's because I'm here and not out of the country. But you guys can always try, and if you're patient, it'll be there. I like the shirt when it got here. It looked nice. So we are going to come up with a different plan, too, to get orders out and to you guys quicker. So we're working on that right now pretty diligently. But to open it up, there are some, you can go buy some merchandise, which is pretty exciting. And it's shirts that nobody's ever even seen before. Really, only we've had is these logo shirts. So, anyways, okay. So I know someone up here asked about injury, and I'm going through something right now that I'll talk about quickly. There's a few things that you've got to work on, and this is one of the videos we're going to put out. A few things you've got to work on when you're injured. One is staying moving the best you can, whether that's walking, whether that's, if you only have one functioning arm, getting some blood flow, doing some bicep curls in that one arm, or if you've got 2 good legs, doing some air squats. That, really, I think it's just having good blood flow through your body. For me, exercising is so much more of a mental thing, a mental clarity, mental process than the physical. I exercise a lot for that, right? Like, it just makes me feel better and able to function throughout the day. So just moving a little when you're injured, if you can, I think is huge. So that's my answer there. And then obviously all the good stuff. Cryotherapy is obviously great, and anytime that you can get any kind of, call it natural healing in, whether that's massage, whether that's just resting. Sometimes it just takes rest, and that's all you can do. But yeah, injuries are tough to deal with. I'm having to go in and get surgery. I wish I could get lessons, but Tyler left me on red. I don't even know what that means, but how to improve on corner entry speed. You're going to have to improve your braking if you want to improve your corner entry speed. Let's see. Let's answer a few questions here. I'm going to try to read through some of these when you guys are coming through, so be patient with me, like squinting at the screen and being super weird towards it. Last week, a guy at track had a simple tip over and broke his ankle when his leg got caught in the swing arm and dead revved. That ain't good. Left on red means you read it but didn't reply. So a lot of times that means you send it to our Instagram or our Facebook. I don't read those, right? Like, most of the time, people are reading those are people that I have run our Instagram account, because I can't keep up with everything. So if you want to get to me, you have to send us an email. And trust me, you'll get a response there, which I tell everyone all the time on here. If you want to come here and you want to get with us, you have to send us an email. Like social media, there's so many messages and so many things coming through that a lot of times it just gets skimmed over. It's hard to keep up with it all, and also give everyone good due diligence in, what is your email? My email is on our website, but I'll tell you, it's mxfactory254@gmail.com. Here, I'm going to write it down on this piece of paper right here and hold it up on the screen so you know how to spell it, okay? mxfactory, like behind me, the number 254, which is my number, at gmail.com, obviously. mxfactory254, gmail.com. Didn't have room for that. Okay, anyways, moving on. How do I hit burns? Well, burns are bad because that means you got flames on you. But berms, my biggest tip for anyone in any corner is going to be figuring out a way to be steady on the throttle. Okay, so that's going to be, what's up, Garrett? That's going to be matching your lean to your throttle delivery. That way you can be steady on the throttle. So there's no secret sauce. It's really just timing and balance. So balance with your lean and throttle, and timing of when you get on the throttle and lean. Make sure you go watch our how to hit a rut video, and I explain deeper into that. And I think that that would be good for you to see. Can you make a video on when to shift? Yes, we will do that. Any tips on gaining confidence? So confidence comes from technique. Okay, we see it a million times. I'm working with a 6-year-old from Laredo right now, which is about 4 or 5 hours from here. He comes up every weekend, and he's 6. Okay, and what I love about what's going on with him, and I'll take some videos and share it on our Instagram for you guys, is that we've worked so diligently with his technique and so repetitively that he just broke out of his shell last week on his own. Right? I've never told him to go fast one time. I've never even thought about telling him to go fast because I don't believe in that. I believe that you have good technique and then speed will come. And so we're just seeing that. So I think to build confidence, you've got to make sure that you build your technique. And I mean diligently build it with tons of repetition, and then you get to experience the good, right? You get to experience things happening without you having to think in your brain, okay, I'm going to hold the gas harder here. It just happens. It just happens, really, with good technique, and there's no magic behind it. It's just making sure that you're in good balance with the bike, and you'll automatically go faster. It's just kind of how it works. Let's see. Sorry to hear that, David, right? That's a bummer. Is it safe to do a wheelie with a 150cc engine and has no back brakes? The answer is no. You need those back brakes. All right, let's scroll down, see what else we got. Bike build videos. Yes, that's happening. As soon as Jason gets back, he'll be back in 7 days. We've been trying to do the bike build videos, but guess what? It isn't happening. It hasn't happened yet, but it's going to. I'm really looking forward to that part of our channel because we've never done anything like that, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoy that. If you don't, that'd be a bummer, but we're going to do them anyways because we're giving that bike away. If you guys are on here watching right now and you're not entered in that contest, you just have to be donating $5 a month minimum to our Patreon account to be registered for a bike giveaway that's going to happen in December, right? So, for instance, what do we have? 3 more months until December? I don't know, October, November? Yeah, we got 3 more months, so it will cost you $15. And you don't even have to do the whole 3 months. You can just do 1 month at $5, and then you're in. And then we will do an electronic drawing where it's going to shuffle all the entries based off of how many entries you've had. So for instance, if you do $5 for 3 months, you have 15 entries. Okay, and we just program that in, and then it does a wild card shuffle, and then boom, picks a person for us. So there's people that are paying $20 a month that have been doing it since the beginning, so they'll have like 120 entries, right? So their odds are obviously a little higher. So let's see. What do you think about CR85? That's good. It's a good bike, Kiko. Hello, I'm a new rider and I've got a 19 RMZ 450. Any mods you could recommend for an MX bike that used in a trail scenario? Man, 450s. Why do you guys buy 450s as new riders? Can someone raise their hand and tell me, when I go into the dealership, what makes me think? And I'm not trying to pick on you. This is something that I'm trying to change in the sport, Taylor, is that there's no sense in going out and buying a bike that fast. Ever. There really isn't. I don't understand. It's too fast. Yeah. So the mods would be like you can soften the suspension. There's plenty of things that you can do to make it more of a woods bike. Bigger tank that's going to let you ride longer. Softer suspension will soak up the bumps and roots a lot better than what it's set up for. Yeah, you can remap it to kind of tame down that power since you're in single track woods and you're close to trees and you don't want to get out of control. Yeah, I don't suggest 450s for anyone that comes through these doors. Honestly, I don't even like riding my 450. I've been riding for 25 years and 10 of that being at the professional level. You know, it's like It's crazy. It's crazy. But my back end likes to drift left in the air. Uneven weight on foot pegs. You're likely leaning to the right going up the faces a little, if I had to guess. You could always email us a video, and we'll do our best to get back to you. But, hey, you guys are crushing the like game. We're like steady, same amount of likes with the viewers, so appreciate that. Yeah, I think you could be leaning a little to the right. Could you, cold to ride at 50 degrees Fahrenheit? No, that's great weather. When do you slip the clutch in the corners? I don't like slipping the clutch in the corners. In fact, if you're slipping the clutch in the corners, that means you're in the wrong gear. If you're in the right gear, you should only need one bump of the clutch to get to the power if you're in the right gear. So I always teach my riders to learn how to hit the corners with no clutch, okay, first. And what that does is that teaches them to be in the right gear all the time. And then as they get faster, they start to evolve back into using the clutch in some scenarios. Okay, so that my suggestion would be ride for a couple months with no clutch at all. Okay, and once you get there, you've now trained yourself to be in the right gear. You shouldn't have to slip the clutch. Sorry, didn't mean to put the finger in front. I can never remember what gear I'm in. Me neither. I literally never know what gear I'm in. I just go off feel and sound. When I'm trying to set the bike into a rut, I have a problem with the front tire skating up and trying to pop out. Front brake will help this, or just more lean. So what they call that is trail braking, is kind of dragging the front brake into the turn, which kind of helps it settle in. I'm trying to think what could, on our Patreon account, we just put a video up that shows breakdowns of when to sit and when to set up. If your setup is an incorrect time, or you're getting on the gas too soon, or you're carrying too much speed for the angle of that corner. And let me break this down for you guys. Everyone watching right now, pay attention to this. If you're coming into a tight 180-degree rut, you're gonna need more setup time. And what that means is the time between you stop braking and the time that you get on the gas. Okay, there's this coast period in the corner where that coast period is used to get the bike to lean over. Right, and if you don't have that coast period or that setup time, because there's two things that makes a bike stand up out of the rut. The brakes, okay, you're gonna stand the bike up, and gassing it stands the bike up. So if you do either one of those too early, and you don't have enough setup time, coast period, to get the bike to lean to the right spot, then you go over the rut. Hopefully that helps. But that is I see that problem a lot of times. Any good coaches in Central Florida area? Who's coaching in Central Florida? You know I'm from Central Florida, Chad. I don't know if you know that, but I'm going to come down there and do a camp soon. I think I may do Dade City MX camp with Randy Yoho. Probably do that in the beginning of next year. So I'm trying to think who's coaching there right now. I don't really know. I know Kenny Yoho does some camps down there. Man, I don't know. I've been out of the game there for too long, Chad. But I'll come see you guys soon. I've been using no clutch for over a year. I'm on a two-stroke. I enter the corner one gear high to slip the clutch to gain speed. Slipping the clutch and bumping the clutch are two different things. I don't like slipping the clutch. I think that you're just in the wrong gear. Cool, Matthew. Yeah, check that video out. If you haven't seen it, it's on our Patreon account. I think it's open. Oh, if you're not, it's in the $20. It's a whiteboard session. It's in the $20 tier. So if you're not in that tier, you don't get it. But I promise those $20 tier guys that I give them. Oh yeah, Tim Ferry. Yeah, he coaches in Central Florida. I promise a $20 tier that I give them whiteboard sessions. So I've been working on trying to make that happen. I can do a camp anywhere. I'm for hire, people. You know how you see on the side of the semis? Not for hire? That's not what I am. I am for hire. Yammy, I know I'm not the best with techniques, and no one can tell me because I'm the only rider in the family. Any tips on getting better? Watch our videos a bunch, and then just get in your own world. You know, work on finding one thing that you know needs to be an improvement and improving on it. I think that's a big thing. Any tips for entering a corner one gear high to slip the clutch for more speed? I enter one gear high to bump the clutch. Look, Steve, I don't know exactly what you're saying. I don't know what makes you think that entering the corner a gear higher is going to give you more speed, because it's taking more time to get to the power band. So if you're in the right gear, we'll just say that, the right gear, then you shouldn't need to slip the clutch to get to the power band. And that's what I tell all my guys that are having struggles, especially in deep ruts where they need power immediately. If you hit or slip the clutch and you don't have enough power or torque to get you out of the corner, then all of a sudden you're falling over or you're losing momentum. So I don't believe necessarily in the slipping of the clutch to get to the power. I believe more in being closer to the power by being in the right gear or a gear lower and shifting quick coming out of the turn. I think that gives you more speed. That's my opinion, and I am subject to a debate if you would like to debate it. I am, however, finally going to train with someone tomorrow for my 44th. Jeff, I would love to hear your feedback on your trainer. And what's your trainer's name? Maybe I know him. How much would you charge to teach me how to do good wheelies? All right, Steve, hit it. You debate. Tayton Montgomery, can you do a video on a whole shot with a two-stroke and what gear is best? Every time I do one, it bogs and I'm only in second. So, there's a couple people emailing us right now from this, I'm assuming. But, Tayton, I want to talk about your thing for a second. So, two-stroke, I always start in second gear. Always, really. I can't think of a time that I've started in a different gear. And I think if you're bogging, you need to give it a little more power, and then also explode off the front of the bike when you do that. It sounds like to me that you're starting on real tacky conditions, so it's not letting the wheel break loose at all, which can create a little bit of stickiness, and it'll create the bike wanting to bog down because the ground is grabbing the tire and not letting it kind of spin free and move forward. And so when it does that, there's two options. You can either go like quarter throttle and go down a gear and shift like as soon as you come out of the gate, if you're good enough to get to the pegs and shift, or you're going to have to crank the throttle and really give it the berries to keep it from bogging and explode forward. That's the best I can give you, but we'll do a video on that. Tips on foot placement for a tall rider. Yeah, the foot placement is basically the same. I've worked with some real tall guys, and they have a little harder time. You kind of you still want to be on the balls of your feet when you're standing and you're in an aggressive position, letting the heels drop down. So the biggest thing that I could say is finding some levers that are a little extended. That way you can actually get the movements of your feet correctly. And I do think they make longer shift and brake levers. That may help. Let's see. Ever heard of Jimmy Weiner at Chain Facility, North Carolina? That's where I do most of my riding. Yes, I have heard of that. I've heard good things. What do you think about Jeff Walker? People ask me that all the time. I don't know anything about Jeff Walker. So Jeff Walker is another YouTube guy, and is he doing tutorials, or is he like a vlogger, Levi? That'd be first step. Supercross and motocross, which one do you prefer more? Supercross is more fun once you get used to it, but also I feel it's more dangerous. He races nationals. Cool. I am tired, Mark. Thanks for recognizing. I've had a really long, rough day. Pro national vlogger. Okay, Levi. Yeah, I'll check his stuff out. It'd be cool. Maybe I should race him. Should I race him? What if I race Jeff Walker? What if I call Jeff Walker out on here? I'm like, yo, Jeff, what about a retired, overweight dad? I'm not kidding. I'm not overweight, but beat up old motocrosser. Let's go 4-lap battle, me and you, online. Tag Jeff Walker in this post if you want to see it. What do you think about that? What do you guys think about that? Oh boy, look at him. You got it, David. Two-stroke 125 challenge. Ooh, people are already taking my side, but you guys are my people. You know, he's in the game, you know? He's in the game. I can go to Florida. I know exactly how to get there. You go right down I-10 east, all the way to Gainesville, hop on 75 south, boom, take me right to where he lives. I don't know can you tag him in this stuff? Can you tag Jeff Walker in this? Someone answer that to me. Spokes MX is bad to the bone, high revs. Walker trains real hard, and guess how much I train? I've ridden a total of about 15 times in the last 12 months. Hey, here's the thing. I deep down am competitive, and I will train if there's a call out. You know what I mean? If there's something to train for. I'll even make training videos and update you guys on here, you know, Rocky style. No one ever answered if you can tag him in this video, right? Tell him to fast forward to 31 minutes. Or maybe we should just make a video, like a separate video. Keep making your videos. Okay, we're gonna keep making our videos. We're just trying to have a little fun here. All right. Hey, if you guys are on here and you haven't hit the like button, do that for me. Why does a bike bog? Well, there's a lot of reasons it could bog. Is an AMA membership important for motocross? It's only important if you plan on racing AMA races. Tyler, how should you hit a jump on an old bike? Very similar than you would on a new bike, but it's just, I think you need to be a little more precise on your landing because there's no suspension on those things. Jeez Louise. So you were born in Atlanta and have roots in Florida, so how did you end up in Texas? I'm going to answer that one. All right, you guys stand by on the question. I'm going to answer that one real quick. Born in Atlanta. I only lived there for like a year, I think. I don't know. I was a baby. Who knows what happened there. But moved to Tennessee after that. Tennessee, I started my riding, which was very vague. And then I moved to Florida and got deeper into it. And then raced for 15 years in Florida, whatever. Maybe it was 15. No, it's more like 12 or 13. And then came to Texas to run a track called Cycle Ranch. That's why I came here. I really liked that track and got an opportunity to run it and do some training there. And that's what brought me here. Moved on from that to start my own place in Austin, which is about an hour and a half north. And so here we are. Now I'm in front of you guys talking. I don't think I know the band Red. Can you hit a jump with hard suspension? Yeah, you can hit a jump with hard suspension. How is Cycle Ranch now? It's great. You guys should check it out. Cycle Ranch is in good shape right now. Where's the like button? It's the thumbs up button somewhere, I think. Tayton, can you do another video on deep breaths? Because every time I do it, my peg either hits. So going back to my debate earlier, I think it was with Steve. I don't remember who it was, with the clutch thing. So everyone's foot peg hits in deep ruts. The difference is if you have access to your power. I'm talking about on a four-stroke, or on a two-stroke, not a four-stroke. If you have access to your power and you're in the power band, you can pull through the bike being drugged down. Oh my gosh, you just sent Jeff Walker a message about this. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna have to get my knee fixed. Can you make a track in New Jersey? Many people want one. That's a little beyond my... Cycle Ranch is dead after a new owner. It's unfortunate because he's doing his best out there. Durham Town. I don't know that I've ever ridden there. Maybe I have. You go to Croom? I need to get out and learn some more. I have a WR250. Yeah, I used to ride Croom every day. So there's a track on the backside of Croom. That's where I used to train at. I live right back there. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that when you're riding at Croom, but I don't even know what's there anymore. I worked at Cycle Ranch shop for a bit. Nice, Steve. I didn't, but I've been in there a lot. My girlfriend has a TTR 125 and she wants to make the jump to another bike like a KX100 or CRF 150R. What would you recommend that is too far of a jump? Also, your videos help me tame my 450. Yeah, I mean, if she's doing really well and jumping well on that TTR and managing the power, then the KX100 I think is nice, or CRF 150R. I think the KX100 is a lot easier to maintain. I feel like always those 150Rs are like hard to start, or there's always something going on with every ones that I've ever known. Jeff Walker would destroy him. I mean, I'm willing to do it, Jacob. I'm willing to do it. I don't know that you know this, but your boy's got a little skill, okay? You guys just don't get to see it. Yeah, you tell him, Tayton. Let's have the debate. I mean, go for it. You tell me what you think. What's the biggest difference between tracks in Florida and Texas? The dirt. In Florida, there's a lot more sandy-based tracks. Here, it's a lot more clay. There are some sand here. Up north in Dallas, I think there's a little softer dirt. Down here, it's real rocky and more clay. It's hard to find that real soft dirt. You got any videos of you racing? If so, upload them to Patreon. So I want to tell you guys a little something about, yeah, I don't know how Jeff Walker got into doing Red Bull straight rhythm, but that's good for him. That should be cool. I don't ride Supercross enough to even want to even venture down that path. So, let me see. So, I think the difference between me and a guy like Jeff Walker is that when I was racing, if I was able to have someone follow me around when I was racing, you know, social media wasn't a thing then, right? We're talking about 2000, like my glory years were 2007 to about 2011, right? Like, was Instagram even a thing in 2011? If so, I definitely didn't use it, and I never went on Facebook. I could care less about it, and YouTube wasn't even a thought. I didn't even know YouTube existed, right? So the difference between my racing days and a guy like Jeff Walker's is social media is a thing, and all you need to do is put a video of you being a decent rider, and everyone latches onto it, like, you know. So I didn't have that opportunity when I was racing, when I was training. Which I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying, you know, the thousands and thousands of followers would have been much easier to get in my heyday of racing than they are now. Maybe not, but, you know, whatever. You know, a lot of these riders get a lot of followers because they're showing their racing and they're fast and they're flashy and things like that. I didn't have that. All right, guys, it's dying down. I am so tired. I just want to get on here. We end up being on here for 40 minutes. Yeah, maybe we race Jeff Walker here pretty soon. Who knows? Let me know what the guy says back. He might beat me. You know, he's in the game, but heck, it'd be fun to just see, right? Arm pump. He does pretty good. I won't discredit him too much. All right, guys. Before you go, if you haven't hit the like button, do that. Let's see if we can get it up over 100. MX Factory at Dade City. Yeah, I would love that. We got to get with Randy Yoho and see if he'll let us come out. I'm 31, Todd. Feeling a little older than that, but I am 31. Thanks for that. Thanks for all the love. I'm gonna go get some rest and restart tomorrow, a better day. And first, I want to come over here, show you guys some love, and get on here and connect with you. That's my main prerogative right now, is making sure that you guys feel loved. And here we are. You guys have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon. See you guys.